everyone. So today, since we are on Mental Health Week still, I want to talk about a topic that it's still being researched, but I just want to bring it out because there's been proven already. There's been research done around it that has proven some success, and I want to share this with you because it makes me super excited, and I've seen the results myself. So I want to talk about your mood and the relationship of that with your food or your nutrition. So something that we've seen lately, let's say in the last 5 years or so, is that depression and anxiety and mental health issues are becoming more mainstream. What it means is that before we used to hear about this, but maybe we didn't know so much about the actual, like how it happened, who had it, and all these things. Now it's more common. We see more people having depression, more people having anxiety, and stress related problems as well. Now, there's been studies recently that show that the way we eat can affect our mental health. And this is something, again, that's been still researched, and there's still a lot of progress to be made, but there's a lot of groundbreaking results being posted now and published, and that's what I want to share with you. So, for example, a study in 2010 found that women who ate diets high in vegetables, fruits, fish, and whole grains with moderate amounts of red meat were less likely to suffer from depression and anxiety disorders and things like that. Meanwhile, people that followed a regular Western diet, more like pre-packaged, pre-made food, pizza, fast food, white flour, and a lot of sodas, were more likely to get these conditions or get depression and anxiety. So there's already a link there, and we can see that it's not, maybe yet it's not something that just we can treat. Let's say if you're depressed and you eat something, you're just gonna feel better like that. But a better diet is definitely proven to help with mental health in general. Okay, so did you know that there has not been any new discoveries on depression treatments, or let's say new depression treatments in the last decade or so? So if you are diagnosed with depression right now, you may be likely, let's say if you're diagnosed by a therapist and you're going with a psychotherapist for this, you may be prescribed medication. This medication has been out for more than a decade, and there hasn't been any new ones coming out lately. So a lot of researchers and pharmaceuticals and etc. are trying to look up new ways, new things to treat mental health. And now everything's gearing towards healing our gut, of course, our stomach, our digestive system, and changing what we eat. Okay, so this is not only something that's been proven, for example, this study with women, it's also been proven with kids. So kids that have a diet based in sugars, highly processed food, and a lot of candy, things like that, are more likely to have ADHD or attention deficit disorder. And this again is from another study that came out recently. Meanwhile, kids that were more prone to eating their veggies and fruit and natural whole food ingredients were less likely to have this condition or this this condition. So again, we're starting to see a pattern here, right? The more whole foods, the more variety we have in our diet, the better our system is going to feel, and the better our body is going to heal itself and balance everything out from the stress and everything going on in the world. Now, there's another thing that is very important that I wanted to mention, and it's about fats. And this is where it gets really interesting for mental health. So most of the brain, actually, the majority of it is actually made of fat. Like the actual molecules that make our brain are mostly fat, and we have a lot of omegas in it. A balance in with omega-3s and omega-6, so usually half and half, or like I say 50 and 50 of those. Now what happens with our diet is that most of us, or most people in general, are getting more omega-6 than omega-3. And this happens because omega-6 comes mostly from meats and poultry and eggs. And that's what most people are used to eating. Meanwhile, omega 3s come from fish and nuts and a lot of other nutrients that on a Western diet we're not used to having regularly. Now, it's also been proven that having a good balance on omega 3s and 6s will help with our overall health. And now we can also see that that will also help with our mental health and our brain. So, what do we do to help with our mental health or to eat better to avoid getting into these conditions, depression, anxiety, and it's even now considered for Alzheimer's later on? The first thing is to have more variety in our food, less processed food. So the more, let's say, natural the ingredient is, the better. Having beans, veggies, all the fruit, everything that is just pretty much taken from the ground and eaten is gonna be good for you. Fiber is a huge one. So the more natural the ingredient is, the more likely it is to have fiber. Mostly that happens with veggies, with fruit, and even whole grains. So having the most variety and the most fresh ingredients in our diet will help us in daily life for many reasons, but now most importantly for mental health. So try this out. If you have ever experienced anxiety or depression, try to see what your diet looks like. If you have a lot of processed food, a lot of boxed kind of pre-made meals that you buy at the store and you don't cook much, try to start replacing those for better alternatives. You don't really have to clear something fully out of your diet, but if you get better ingredients in, you're gonna see a difference. And let me know if this works for you. I know for me, it's been huge since I've improved my diet. My anxiety levels have come down. I'm still, of course, getting anxiety, and every now and then we may get into a situation that will hit you out of nowhere, like what's happening right now, and may throw everything out of whack, and maybe you get into a little bit of a depressive state. But again, once you start focusing on your own health and what you eat, I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel better overall. Maybe if it's, of course, really, really bad, you may need extra medication to help with it, but try to change your diet first, and then we'll take it from there. All right, have a great day, guys, and keep in mind that this is Mental Health Week. We want to make sure that we're helping others, we're reaching out to our friends and family members, and just make sure that they're supported. And if you are experiencing any issues with depression or anxiety, I'm here to chat. Just shoot me a message and I will be happy to chat with you. I've been there, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. Have a great day.